And now for a story you'll see only on 6. A South Florida family says this is what happened to their loved one when he was locked into a room and left unsupervised at a mental health care facility.
The man is seen falling and hitting his head several times.
Now, the family claims he was never supposed to be left alone, and he suffered significant injuries that ultimately, several months later, led to his death. One
employee at the Broward facility is now facing criminal charges. Here's Team 6 investigator Willard Shepard with the exclusive details.
This is then 62-year-old Morris Celnikier in December of last year. The man who had been diagnosed with schizophrenia is seen in this video exclusively obtained by NBC6, falling and hitting his head several times, banging on the walls, and looking for some way out of the room his family says he was locked in when he was supposed to always be within arm's length of a professional caregiver. His sister says the 40 minutes he spent here ultimately killed him 4 months later.
I'm flabbergasted. He was in such a weak condition that this weakened him even more. I didn't know what to think. I mean, not even a dog you treat in that way.
This is video of Celnikier once he was removed from the room where he was held, coming down the hallway with employees at the South Florida State Hospital, a privately owned mental health facility in Pembroke Pines. Celnikier had been staying here since September of 2012. This woman, Deborah Judge Thomas, is now facing charges of neglect and abuse of an elderly person. Judge Thomas says she's not guilty.
She has mainly no heart or empathy for patients with this condition.
The family says 4 days went by before Celnikier was taken to Memorial Hospital in Hollywood. His sister has now filed this lawsuit against the facility's owner, alleging Mr. Celnikier was physically battered. He was manhandled, pushed into others, and pulled around by his clothing. Mr. Celnikier was diagnosed and treated for multiple traumatic fractures of the spine. As a result of the injuries and/or complications sustained from the defendant's abuse and/or neglect, he died on March 17, 2014.
It's sad. This is something that cannot happen.
Coral Gables attorney Paul Lane represents the family.
Well, Willard, what we're looking at here is just a total breakdown in the procedures and the performance of the duties by multiple employees at the South Florida State Hospital.
The video also shows Celnikier inside the room pulling the mattress off the stationary bed, him attempting to move the bed.
When I saw him in that little 4x6 knocking the doors and trying to climb for help for the window, it was terrible.
Celnikier never returned to the South Florida State Hospital and eventually died at a rehab facility. The owners of the South Florida State Hospital told us they're committed to quality care, follow all the regulations, but cannot comment on these allegations. Willard Shepard, NBC6, South Florida.